The United States has always been a melting pot of cultures, but what about before it was the United States? Even back before it was a group of 13 colonies, America was home solely to a multitude of native tribes. Though they were all different in their own ways, geographers and anthropologists have discovered that they shared similar habits and cultural characteristics, including their jewelry and adornments. It is thought that Native American jewelry production started as early as 12,000 years ago. It not only served as decoration, but as currency. Before more modern materials like gold and silver were used in jewelry, natives used things like bones, stones, and shells. Oh my. These were often hand-carved into ornate jewelry pieces or made into ceremonial clothing like breastplates for men. Now, these breastplates provided no real physical protection in battle. Instead, they were believed to help communicate with the spiritual world and maintain balance and harmony. So what kind of jewelry did the Native Americans make? Well, it was more than just jewelry. Let's start with regalia, the custom clothing and ornaments worn in ceremonies and other important occasions. Naturally, a tribe's chief would be a little bit more decked out than the rest of the tribe. These personal adornments were more than just a flex, though. In the absence of a written language, they were also important for communicating and conveying information. Ornate clothing and jewelry made from wampum beads also became a way of communication across tribes. They were made from shell, could resemble cones, diamonds, and squares, and were displayed in a variety of colors, each with their own special meaning. For example, purple and black, when used together, could mean disease, anger, or distress, whereas wampum beads in white could mean health, peace, and purity. A bead for every mood. Pretty cool. Fast forward a few thousand years, and it was determined that southwestern tribes used the gemstone that is now most commonly associated with Native American jewelry. I'm talking, of course, about turquoise. Turquoise has the honor of being one of the oldest gemstones ever used in jewelry. As a side note, turquoise was widely used in ancient Egyptian jewelry and burial masks, including that of the famous King Tut. Mostly, it was reserved for royals only. For more on that, click here. Turquoise is found all over the world, with the US hotspots in New Mexico, Nevada, Colorado, and most famously Arizona. The Sleeping Beauty mine located in Globe, Arizona gets its name from the mountain in which it was mined. The mountain is said to resemble a sleeping woman lying on her back, a beautiful princess indeed. The Sleeping Beauty mine held what some believe to be the most desirable color of turquoise, robin's egg blue. Beyond that, its smooth and uniform blue color was what most people were eager to collect. Unfortunately, the mine switched to copper production in 2012 due to the metal's rise in value and stopped producing that beautiful turquoise everyone loves so much. Kingman Mine to the rescue. The mine located in Kingman, Arizona has been producing turquoise commercially since the 1880s, with evidence that the site has been mined by Native Americans for at least a millennium. Unlike the Sleeping Beauty mines, this turquoise ranges from blue all the way to green, which is caused by the presence of copper and iron. The turquoise has dark web-like veins called matrix, often referred to as spider webbing. Some consider Kingman turquoise with this feature to be just as valuable as the stuff without it, and I agree, just as long as the webbing was formed by a geological process and not by some ancient rock spider. Gross. While turquoise was the most prominent gem used among southwestern tribes, other gems such as coral have made their way into more modern Native American jewelry pieces. Probably the most famous example of popular Native American jewelry is the trendy and classic squash blossom necklace. This particular design is crafted in silver and has a mix of round silver beads along with larger beads that look like they are blooming. These beads then drop into a horseshoe or crescent moon shape. It's believed that the Navajo were the first tribe to adopt this particular design, but the inspiration behind it is a topic of some debate. Many scholars think the Navajo may have been inspired after seeing the Spanish using the pomegranate as decoration. For instance, like the buttons on a Spanish soldier's uniform. Other scholars think it's exactly what it describes, a design taken from the flowery part of a squash plant. Since Native Americans ate squash as well as corn and beans as a main staple of their diet, that theory has my vote. At any rate, turquoise was and still is a very sacred stone to Southwest Native American culture, and most of it is still sourced there too. Beautiful rings, necklaces, statement earrings, they all have their own special meanings and have solidified their place in America's rich history. Tell me, are you a purist when it comes to turquoise? Do you like the robin's egg blue of Sleeping Beauty, or do you lean toward the greenish blue hues? How do you feel about turquoise with matrix? Or spiders? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get real-time notifications of future videos. Thanks for watching, JTV.